Hey everyone, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So I wanted to do a video to share a process for getting ready for the spring equinox, which is happening tomorrow on March 20th, 2025. So, and the reason I'm doing this myself, so I figure I might as well record it. Okay. So that's what I mean by share. Okay. So, and it's just a little process that I'm exploring. It's not something I've ever done before. I've been doing it this year as I've had this channel and exploring different ways to do things. So, on a just spiritual exploration. Okay. So I did watch a video on the spring equinox because I didn't know much about it. And I wanted to see how I could prepare my energy for it. Okay. And so this then, you can take this then and also prepare your energy as well. And I will post the video if you want to listen. I will post the video that I listened to in the description. Okay, so you'll have that. And okay, so this is some of what they said about the spring equinox. Okay, they basically said that it is a portal. So tomorrow, a new portal opens. If you're not sure quite what portals are, you might want to look into it. I'm not even sure how to describe it, but I know it's like an energetic portal. Okay, so like more opportunity, basically. Okay, so and if others here have a way to define portals, please share. It's awesome to read comments in the community because everybody is sharing their own experiences, okay, and their knowledge about this, which many people have way more knowledge about, have been working on their spirituality, the spiritual journey much longer than I have. So, or in different ways. So they have different experiences, okay? Okay, so apparently this is an energetic reset. An energetic reset. What I found very interesting is this is more important than January 1st. This is actually the start of the new year, is March 20th. Okay, that's what they said on this video. I just did a clearing for victimhood energy and now my throat is clearing. Okay, so which if you're interested, if people are like, well, where is that? I'll post it here. Okay. All right, so I need to make a quick note about that. So victimhood. And then I said start here, didn't I? No, I didn't tell you guys do a start here. Okay. I can't remember if I already said I'd post another video, but maybe it was the other victimhood one. No, it wasn't. Okay, sorry. I just did two back-to-back videos, so okay. So, right, I was going to post the spring equinox video down below. Okay. All right. So so they basically said a line in the sand is drawn, and then they're encouraging the universe, encouraging us to step over that line. Okay. So into this new territory. So that's kind of like what the portal is. So, it's like you're going into this new opportunity into this new territory. And you can choose not to, but as we evolve and we're on a spiritual journey, my sense is that's what is expected. That's what they would prefer we chose to do, because you can choose to do that. Okay. So March 20th is the start of the new year. And it makes me wonder, because I didn't hear them say this, but this is the year of the snake. So if anyone knows, let me look it up real quick. Okay. So the year of the snake started on January 29th. And it ends on February 16th, 2026. So it goes just a couple of weeks after the 29th. Okay. So I just kind of wondered if it had anything to do with the start of because of the spring equinox. And that's basically a reset button for the next 12 months. Okay. So, okay. The momentum, so basically there's momentum is picking up even more. Okay. which you're like, how can I pick up even more? So it's gonna, the momentum that we've had up to this point is now resetting, and now the momentum for the next 12 months. Okay. So you get to choose, what are you going to carry forward into the next 12 months? What are you going to leave behind? And let me see. When the light returns, what do you want to do with the new energy? Okay, so it's like, what do you want to carry forward? What do you want to leave behind? Totally appropriate. I want to leave victimhood energy behind. I just did that clearing for that. And then what do you want to do with the new energy? So you have the stuff you want to carry over from the last 12 months. What do you want to carry over? What do you want to leave behind? And then what do you want to do with the new energy? Okay. So I've asked my spirit guides what cards I should use, because I'm really into using oracle cards now, that then I can ask our guides. Well, I'm going to ask my guides to give me feedback on what they want me to focus on over the next 12 months. Okay. Rather than me, it just gets me out of my head. Okay. So they're going to pull some cards and then I'll get to choose depending on what the message is. So I will ask it for a collective message, but then you can choose from whatever is said within the, each card, because it has, a little booklet that we can read from, and then you can write your intentions. You're welcome to, if you don't have any oracle cards, to use what I'm pulling here to develop your intentions. Okay. And then once I'm done, I usually have a page done by the time I do a recording like this, so I can write them in right away, but I don't have a page done. So like I will write, so like I'll show you like my intentions for the year for 2025. And then I pulled cards from a different deck, because they suggested I pull cards from elder animals, and I set my intentions for 2025. Now these will be intentions for the spring equinox over the next 12 months. Okay. So you just pick up whatever resonates with you from your oracle cards. So if you have oracle cards, you can pick up some messages from here, and then you can also pull your own, just however you want to do it. So okay, let's see if there's anything else about this reset I wanted to say. When the light returns. Okay, so this was interesting part of that video is the spring equinox, at least in the northern hemisphere, okay, is the light is returning. And so we're coming out of the darkness and into the light. Now I'm assuming that the southern hemisphere, I'm sure, has a different spring equinox. So the light is returning, okay, to like where I live. And it's really interesting because, light reveals things, right? When you shine a light on something, it reveals things. That's like why I, when I leave comments, I always put a little flashlight to, when I respond to people in the community. So when the light returns, it reveals things in you. It reveals, so the light shining brighter on you, and it's shining brighter on other things. So things tend to come to the surface. The truth tends to be shown more during this time because there's light shown on it. So I thought that was interesting. The universe responds to clarity. Okay, this was interesting. So a lot of times in my life, I have been pretty vague. I'll be like, well, just, whatever's the best for me, or I wish for everyone to, I hope for everybody to have a good life. Okay. That's pretty vague, right? So this person who created this video was talking about the universe responds to clarity and certainty. Okay, so you want to have a clear vision for what it is that you want to, how you want to utilize that new energy. Okay, and what you want to bring forward and what you want to leave behind. That's one of the reasons now that I'm doing the oracles provide a clear vision for me. And obviously, when I pull a card, I'm only going to do the ones that resonate with me. So that is what I'm really happy about now that I'm doing that, because I've never been more clear about my intentions. And that's how the oracles help me do that. Okay. They also mentioned it's a time right now, the spring equinox, to clear because old shadows, weeds will also progress. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's a time to be clear. It's a time to be clear about your new intentions and how you want to utilize the energy, because old shadows and weeds will also progress with you if that's where your focus is. So if your focus is on the shadow sides of yourself, then, and you're not clear that you want to release those, then it'll move forward in that new energy. And that new energy is picking up momentum. Okay, we're moving faster. Okay, because they did mention that the veil is thinning. And if you've been on the channel for a while, we've been talking about The Golden Future from Diana Cooper. I'll list the book below. And it's something to just kind of pay attention to if we are in fact indeed going into the golden future. Okay. All signs right now point to that. It feels like everything that a lot of folks who are talking about the golden future or a golden era, not F45 or anything to do with politics, but the golden future in terms of vibration, going into the fifth dimension, that things that they said are going to happen first, it's kind of appears to be happening. So it's kind of interesting. Okay, so I asked the spirit guides what deck they wanted me to use. I have a deck that I use. I'm sure people who've been around here are sick of me repeating it, but there's new folks. So all of my oracle decks are listed on a card. And then I ask for guidance as to which deck they want me to use. And so that is the one. Okay. So I'm going to pull. Let's just see. I don't think I'm going to have as many intentions as I had when I did the intentions over the just 2-week period with I did intentions for the eclipse and the blood moon recently. Oh my gosh. I did way too many intentions for that. But this is for a whole year. But I mean, you could reset your equinox intentions once a month if you wanted to. It just depends on your process. Or, my processes change all the time. I like new stuff. So this is kind of just introducing one process. So, okay. So I'll say a little prayer. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Okay, can you guys please, obviously I want to set my own intentions, but for anyone who will be watching this, let's pull cards that would be beneficial for all of us. What you would hope that our intentions, just what do you want us to pay attention to, basically? What do you think is in our highest and best interest over the next 12 months, starting with the spring equinox? What kind of intentions would you like us collectively and individually to set? A collective message, but for us individually to set. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a few cards, see what kind of comes out. And then I'll read the book, and then you could just write down anything that resonates with you and then set it up as intentions. And then I'll probably do a little altar for these intentions. I'm going to have altars all over my house if I'm not careful. Well, my one that I set for the intentions, okay, that's popping out. The intentions I set for the blood moon and the eclipse are going to be over at the end of March. So just another week, I'll have that one. Maybe I'll wait till that one's over and then set these. No, I better set these for tomorrow. So, all right. So I've got 4 cards. Let's just see if anything else wants to pop out. I'll just ask. Okay. So do you guys, are you guys happy with the cards that I have pulled here? These four? All right. Are there any other messages you want us to have from the deck? No. Okay. Are all four of these messages you want us to look at? Oh, they are. All four of them. Really, all four. Okay, yes. Okay, all right. We'll do that. Okay, so like I said, I've got my little note because normally I would put it in my bullet journal, but so I'm going to write down what resonates with me as I go through this process with you. All right, so, number 32. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So you can either take the number 32 or reduce it to 5. If there is a meaning behind 32, I'm not sure. So 5. Interesting image, huh? Look at that. The forest support. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's just look at all four of them and then I'll go into the book. Okay, see if there's a little bit of a theme. All right, number 12. Power, totem, animal, protection. Wow, we've gotten support and protection. Okay, so that is a 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. Wow. So power, totem, animal. Just the word power is interesting. Okay, then we have summer. 22. So 22 you don't reduce. So we have 22. Activation. Okay. And then we have number 1, humility. Oh, this is on the cover. I've never gotten that card. That one's on the cover. Number 1, humility. The wolf. Okay, now I gotta go get a little wolf charm. I don't think I have a wolf charm. I probably will get a little polar bear charm too. Maybe. I do have some trees. I don't think I have a tree with a polar bear. I'd even get a canoe. So if you want to take pictures, again, you could do your own or use these. But if you want to take a picture of any of these here, actually you could pause the video and take a picture of those from each one back. Then, in case you want to put any of those kind of images in if you decide to do a little altar or something with crystals and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's read about this. So 32, what can so again, pick what feels good to you from here, okay? So forests teach us how to be a commanding presence without the need to utter a word. Wow. And that nature is so vastly sacred and contains with it the potential for unparalleled levels of healing. All life on Mother Earth relies on oxygen for survival, and there is a symbolic relationship between us and the forest via the process of photosynthesis. Our exhalations of carbon dioxide feed the trees, which in turn results in oxygen being released into the atmosphere. This serves as a reminder of the immense importance the natural world plays in our survival. As you walk through the forest, you may see an old spruce, a young maple sapling, a tall juniper tree, or a short cedar. It is through their differences that the forest has strength. Although each tree stands alone, the energy possessed by the trees collectively reflects on your own ability to hold each other up in life. Wow. Wow. That's very strong. Tree roots are wrapped around one another like arms embracing and uplifting those who need support. This holds within This holds within it the lesson that when those who are under supported, like minority groups, are cared for, we are all cared for. I'm just saying. I'm just saying with the look on my face. And my nose is itching. My nose, yeah, it might itch at other times. It feels like it does it when I'm doing this kind of stuff. If you have drawn the Forest card today, it may be a call to help bring unity among a group of people in your life. Your strength, whether it be spiritual, physical, emotional, or mental, may be required at this time to help others in need. By embracing diversity and your own unique perspective, you can be of service and assist others. Remember to take time and stand among the trees. Feel the earth beneath your feet, bathe in the grounding energy, take in the smells of nature, and meditate on how you can provide support in the same way that the trees support one another. Wow. Wow. I'm just saying, because of what's going on right now in the world, this couldn't be more clear about our, some intentions. So what did you get out of that? I mean, I'm probably not going to write certain things down right now because I want to study this a little bit and write it in a way that's going to make it work for me. But, just support for one thing. Like have clear intentions on how I can be the most supportive. Like, something about support. I want to have some intentions about that. And, providing support for other people, especially, like, it's really important that we don't assume people need support because then we take away their power. So it's, it's standing with people, because that's what it said. It's like standing with. You're not there to take care of, you're there to stand with. Because it didn't say like, be of service and assist others. Remember to take time to stand among the trees. So remember to take time to stand among the people. Stand among the people. Don't just assume that, So if you have been drawn to the Forest card today, it may be a call to help bring unity. So bring unity among a group of people in your life. Your strength, whether it be spiritual, physical, emotional, or mental, may be required at this time to help others in need. Interesting. So, what do you think? What are you going to write down? If you could write in the comments what you're going to write down, because I think that'll help me and it might help some other people get clear on some intentions. How would you write intentions based on this? That would be really helpful. So by embracing diversity and your own unique perspective, you can be of service and assist others. Remember to take time and stand among the trees. They're not talking just go out and stand among the trees. That's not what they're saying. Feel the earth beneath your feet, bathe in the grounding energy, take in the smells of nature, and meditate on how you can provide support in the same way that the trees support one another. So we have to be holding hands like that. So yeah, they are talking to be about among the trees a little bit. Okay. All right. Very good. So, number 12, power totem animal. Sounds very strong. This is protection. All right. So power totem animal. The power totem animal has the same attributes as your spirit totem animal, but its role is focused primarily on energetic protection. It shelters us from injustice against the wrongdoings we may experience and shields our energy field so that the darkness we sometimes face in life does not overwhelm us. They are always there to help serve and protect, acting as a reminder that someone always has our back during times of struggle and hardship by moving energy around us to help keep us safe. Their energetic strength walks alongside us as we make our journey through this life, defending us at every step. Wow. Before we enter this life, our spirit totem animal and our power totem animal are already connected to us, even without our awareness to them. They have a spiritual connection to us all. Once you are aware of their existence, include their unique spiritual medicine in your life. Each species of the animal nation carries specific characteristics and traits that bring balance and wisdom into the world. They are here to help you in your journey, so speak to them from the heart and request to know them. They will give you signs to let you know who they are, which will allow you to deepen your existing connection with them. If you have drawn this card, it might be a nudge from your power totem animal that they are attempting to create a closer connection to you. It's time to trust in the wisdom that they can impart to you and in the protection they will provoke. If you are unsure what power totem animal walks with you, ask for it to be revealed to you. Call upon its spiritual medicine for a circumstance you may be facing in life. Cool. Very cool. So that felt very strong to me. I mean, they're like, it shelters our spirit totem animal is focused primarily on energetic protection. So we're going to have to remember that energetic protection over the next 12 months. Energetic protection. Okay. If you have a pendulum map, or a chart where you can use a pendulum and you can get direct, I'm going to ask them. I'm just going to ask who is my, what is my spirit totem animal? Like I do have a spirit animal that was selected. I use oracle cards to select that, but now I'm wondering if this is different because they said we have a spirit totem animal and a power totem animal. Huh. So that's the power totem animal. That's this card. Very cool. Okay. So what are you going to set for intentions on this one? So it's obviously about protection, making sure we protect our energetic energy, just the energy around us. Remembering to call on your power totem. You could ask even if you don't know. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. Just say, I call upon my power totem animal to provide protection throughout the next 12 months for you and your family, your loved ones, your friends, however you want to do that. Over your intentions. Okay. All right. Let me know what you think of that one. All right. Number 22. 22, summer. Activation. So during Coffee with Karen at some point, probably maybe even tomorrow. It depends. I don't know if I'll get to this today, but I will definitely get to this tomorrow because I want to have it done by the end of tomorrow. Excuse me. But so maybe on Sunday when I do Coffee with Karen again, I'll go over what I decided to put down. Okay, activation. If you have drawn this card today, the warm breeze brings with it all the extras associated with the summer months. Extra sunshine, extra time, and extra excitement in life. There is also a desire to take action. Actively put effort into your goals and bring ideas into your physical reality. Today is a great day to map a way to continually work towards your dreams and manifest them into reality, whether with a vision board, new health regimen, or a list of to-dos. So this card is suggesting that we get very clear again, just like they did with the Spring Equinox, get very clear on what you would like to have happen in your life over the next 12 months. Okay? Activation. And because there's so much energy and the momentum is moving faster. Okay. All right, what did you think about that one? What do you think you're going to put down for that? I'm still clearing my voice, my throat. Okay, Wolf, humility. So if you have drawn this card today, someone close to you may need your assistance, or perhaps you are the one in need of assistance. Give yourself permission to ask for help. There might be an opportunity that comes your way where you must work within a group. To ensure that all goes well, practice the lessons of humility so that any projects you're involved with run smoothly. I can't help but think, my head is so into the global stuff that I can't help but think that that's a global message. So humility teaches us that we are all equal and that all forms of life are equally valuable. It is through this sacred grandfather teaching that we are taught that no one person is better than another. And it is through the consideration of putting others before ourselves that we can truly express humility. Wolf carries this sacred lesson and offers its knowledge to us. To ensure its own survival, the pack must operate as one. Oh my goodness. And each member must understand its individual role within the group. The same is true within our individual lives. Humility is what allows us to sincerely ask for help. Only when we recognize and acknowledge the Creator's role, Creator, capital letter, capital C, within our lives can we be truly humble. Accepting that all beings are equal is to capture the spirit of humility. In this way, Wolf becomes our greatest teacher. For example, it bows its head while in the presence of others and will not take food until all members of the pack have received a share. Wow. This respect given to one's community is an important lesson and not one to be taken lightly. Wow. So what intentions are you going to set for that? All right. I'll just have, one of mine will obviously be, to just remind myself of humility. Give yourself permission to ask for help. Okay, so ask for help. So ask for help when needed. I have no problem asking for help. So this line really struck out to me. There might be an opportunity that comes your way where you must work within a group. Where you must work within a group. So that line is kind of interesting to me. I'm probably going to focus on that. Okay. And the acknowledgement that, obviously, the acknowledgement that all life forms, trees, the grass, obviously humans and animals and insects, are equally valuable. Equally valuable. I don't think I've ever really thought of it quite like that before. Equally valuable. Really cool. Just trying to see if there's anything else. Okay. All right. So got some to work with. I might pull another deck. I don't know. We'll see. For myself. Okay. So I would like to do a little clearing for us as we go into the spring equinox. Okay. So, what's really interesting is I just did that clearing, like I said, for victimhood energy. And I asked my SGs who they wanted. It's a long story. You'll have to watch the video. But anyways, they suggested that I call in Jesus to do that clearing for victimhood and trauma energy. So, you guys, hello. Would you also, is there anyone else that you would recommend that we call in to help with a clearing for us besides our own spirit teams for the spring equinox over the next 12 months? Yes. Okay. let me do, I can't do it on film, unfortunately, because I don't really have a good way to record this, but I'm going to do the pendulum real quick and I'll be back and I'll tell you what they said. Okay, you guys, I just realized that I am able to film this a little bit. It's not going to be great, but if you want to see, they did just tell me who it is, which is, I would have never, I would have never guessed this in a million years. So let me just show you real quick. It's not great filming, but it at least gives you a little bit of a taste. Okay, so who would you like us to pull in or request to do the clearing for us today? Just because you can't see the top of my hand and stuff, I'd rather you did that, but can you guys spell that out again, what you just spelled out for me? Plus, I'm not editing this, so they go pretty fast, actually, once they get the first letter going. Okay, so that's an F. So I don't know if you'll even be able to see that, you guys, but I thought I would pull it down and see. Okay, so now they're pointing at A, F-A. Sometimes they just circle around. I don't know why it's right there. I know you guys aren't done. So one of the messages on the board, it says all done. They go in a circle like that. So next letter, please. F-A. Okay, R. Anyone know what it is yet? F-A-R. I. So at this point, I pretty much know what they're saying, so I usually don't have them finish, or I'll ask. Okay, E. So E and S are across from each other, so they'll just do like a bigger swing then. Okay, E, S. Okay, so the first, just to help people understand kind of my process on that real quick, because this isn't really what the video is about, but so the first letter was F and S. Okay, F and S, they're across from each other. So then I ask, are you saying S or are you saying F? And so then they say yes or no to S or F, okay? So once they said F, then I can kind of know where they're going. So then I look for, then I'm like, okay, they're going to give me a vowel next. And so depending on what the vowel is, then I'll say, okay, next, okay, I got it, A, next, they'll go, and if it's like, so R, let's see, R and E, let's see, R, is it R and E are across from each other? Yeah, so R and E are next cross from each other. So F-A-E, I can't think of, like off the top of my head, I'm like, that's not really a word, F-A-E, that I'm recognizing. So when they started crossing R and E, I knew that they were selecting R, but I can always ask them. Okay, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of how I do it. Someday I will do a full video on that so that you can see it. Okay, so, okay. All right, so they want me to pull in fairies. Who knew? Who knew? Fine, fine by me. Okay, so can you guys collectively, if you want to pull in any fairy that you would think would be helpful for anyone who is watching this now and in the future. So we'll ask the fairies to come on in and provide a clearing for all of our intentions for the spring equinox going into the next 12 months. A clearing so that all of our intentions just unfold in a beautiful and smooth way, and that we have a really great upcoming 12 months and we follow our guidance and we can hear our guidance strongly, and that just everything happens for our highest good. So right now you guys can pause the video, and if you have additional intentions that you want to have for the clearing, please do that. And if there's anything I said that you don't like, you can ask to cut that out of there, okay? And it will work just fine. So, okay, let's go ahead and do the clearing. I'll let you know when it's over. You can just sit back and relax. They may do it in layers, which they've been doing a lot of. So I'll let you know. One, two, three. Okay, is there a second layer? Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. One, two, and three. Is there another layer? There is not. Okay. Well, thank you, fairies. We appreciate that very, very much. All right. Awesome. Thank you. That just reminds me, I did a clearing with the one I was talking about earlier, and I'm not sure I thanked Jesus for it. So thank you, Jesus. I'm not sure I did. Oh my goodness, how rude. Okay, so all right, well, let me know what you think. Hopefully now we can go into the spring equinox with being open and have some clear intentions written. And like I said, I'll probably next week sometime during Coffee with Karen, I'll share what my intentions ended up being. So, all right, have an amazing one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.